Yo, what up? It's the Kid Maniac Black, kicking it with Kelly Kales on that 258 radio. Look, new single out. Go check it out. Love is a Feeling, featuring J Ride and DJ Crucial. Go cop that.
Hey everybody, welcome to LipglossNMics. How y'all doing? Boy, that week went by so quick. No, just kidding. Anyway, I haven't done a double shot LipglossNMics in a long time. It's okay, with all the technical difficulties last night and last week, and ever since it seems like the hurricane blew through here, even though everything's okay now, you know, I've been having problems every weekend. And during the week, it's been good because those shows are everywhere else. So we're good. But anyways, I'm going to introduce to you now Seven the Great, one of his singles off his latest EP, One to Look For, okay? This is the first single that dropped. It's called Love Ya. So check it out. I know you're going to love it. And then we will have him on air with us.
Sometimes I work up a splat. You know, I'm going to turn y'all into weed head alcoholics. I serve sippers with this one. I get it. See, sometimes you got to see what you're looking at. I mean, really see what you're looking at. It's deep sometimes. I don't spend time on you really bitches or niggas. Somebody love you, somebody hate you, you know what I'm saying? Little mama bad that you wanna ride a big dick. Dallas niggas man, stage you but never hit shit. Showed up the ER, make them niggas like a fish stick. Pop up out the Chevy, show my presence like the big fish. Pull up on the set, pull a skirt, selling lettuce work. Shout out to my uncle, did a big way up in Leavenworth. Tattoos on my body and my bitches smoking fruity bread. Dollars in their purses with the baby guns to do your way. Nothing like the mother niggas, ugly hoes be beefing bout. All my bitches pretty since a ditty and they kicking out. Put me in the game, bet I get the rings and platinum thing. Bitch ain't petty, Betty, little petty thing, just like a thing. Got about it, bitches, she don't come with string, but I'm a tap. Hit her with the Birkin bag and flawless diamonds just a match. Swear the shit in streets, in a Jeep like a centipede. I was war already, just to pick them pussies after me. Somebody hit you, somebody love you, somebody like you, somebody love you, somebody need you. The streets are killing you. I'm in the building. Somebody like you, somebody hate you, somebody love you, somebody like you, somebody like you, somebody need you. The streets are killing you. I'm in the building. I'm floating bread overseas from the Japanese. My car got disco light, bringing bitches to their knees. Twin sisters give me head by the nightstand. Throw me a cigarette, dog, save a life, man. They say they love me, but I listen with a greater song. Don't get distracted by the way the freaky bitches walk. By the way I'm thinking paranoia every day. Heat in my jacket, Lord, I'm thinking throw my life away. Somebody look, somebody hate. I'm taking big sips in the Mercedes. I see inside their souls, won't let them play. This is thug life, we going crazy. Leave them hoes in their misery. What up, bitch? Bitch, you love me now, so what up, bitch? Laughing at you suckers, leaning on that red drink. Taking shots for Henny, smelling like some purple thing. Somebody like you, somebody hate you, somebody love you, somebody like you, somebody like you, somebody need you. The streets are killing you. I'm in the building. Somebody like you, somebody hate you, somebody love you, somebody like you, somebody like you, somebody need you. The streets are killing you. I'm in the building.
Good evening, everybody, and again, I'm back. This is the second hour of LipglossNMics double shot because of all the craziness lately. And I have Seven the Great with me. Are you there?
Yeah, what's happening here, everybody?
Yeah, it's been crazy. I really want to appreciate that, you know, we had to do this all tonight instead of last night, but shit was just whacked last night.
Things happen, so, we just got to roll with the punches, but we here now, so it's all good.
Right. Alright, so I'm going to jump right into this. First, I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to backtrack a little bit, but I just let everybody here love you off your newest EP. one to look for. And I want to, you know, a couple of lyrics that I heard and everything. Where did you come up with all this for Love You? What was that song like? You know, what was it put together?
You know, me and my business partner, my producer, Track Man, we just, you know, we stayed at the Yo like 24/7, and we just coming up with different things. And you know, I just like, you know, I just felt like, you know, shit be hitting me at certain moments, and I was thinking about how many people, you know, out here, you know, got people that love them, and then you got, you know, probably just as much, just as many people that hate you. But at the same time, it's a lot of people that's loyal to you and really love you. So you got to do what you got to do to really kind of stay up out them streets and stay out of people's way as much as you can. Because the streets is here and the streets will kill you. The streets is real. You know what I'm saying? People who love you want to see you here.
Right. And I was getting that out of the song, so I started thinking. I've been going through a lot of stuff the last couple of weeks, and I'm sitting there like, damn, that's so true. There's so many people that love you and they keep telling you. You know, I was at a point, I was going to give up the show. I was going to give up all the radio, you know, and someone said, are you serious? Like, you've been doing this. Why would you give up over, like, a couple of people? You know what I mean? Like, that's when you go dive deeper, you know? And
that's what you do, yeah, yep. Exactly. Because people want to hear you, you know what I mean? You know, this meme that I saw, and it's true, is that it's a lot of people that's rooting for you that you don't even know about. So, you know, you have to keep the people that you do know about and that's pushing you. That's what you're doing it for. You're doing it for yourself, first of all, then you're doing it for the people who want to see you succeed and want to see you out there. So, you know, fuck everybody else.
Yeah, and that's the attitude I started having, and I hate being cold-hearted like that because, you know, up north I was cold-hearted. When I moved down south, I kind of went into that, you know, southern kind of hospitality where everybody waves at you in the morning. And, you know, I was just like, you know, it took me a while to get used to that because up north you look at me like, what you looking at me for, you know? So it was kind of like a totally, you know, diverse type thing, and I was like, all right, I got to get used to this, you know? But so I kind of softened up, even in my professional, you know, I did music for a corporate office for years, and even in that, I could see myself, you know, I was known as the bitch, but not like a bad person, just like, you know, I wasn't going to put up with shit.
That bitch, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, they knew wherever they put me, I was going to clean it up. I wasn't going to deal with the bullshit, and I was going to do my job, you know? And I wasn't starstruck with no matter what alternative group they put me with, what tour they put me with. I just wanted my money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't care about the rest of it.
Absolutely, yeah.
I didn't care, like, who was performing, who was, you know, oh, yeah, I remember it. That was an awesome track. You know, I love that album, you know? But, I mean, it got to that point, you know, and now it's just like, you know, the game's like that, and I know that, and I had to toughen up, and I had mentors to push me, because going in the underground and going in the indie world, it was like, whoa, wait a minute, I don't have to be here just hosting and getting people to meet the, you know, their fans, because it's like, you know, those people, that's what they did, you know, they already had the fans, so these people were going crazy wanting autographs, but, you know, now it's like I got the opposite part, you know. It's like bringing the people to the artists and trying to bring them, expose them, you know. So it was kind of like a totally thing. But I like that song. I really feel that song. I think it's a good song. It's got a lot of real lyrics in it, you know. I was just sitting there, like, thinking as I'm listening to it. Like, last night I did the same thing. I was just sitting there, like, you know, like, it got me thinking. So I appreciate that.
That's good. Every time if somebody tell me something like that, then I've done my job. Because, you know, I mean, I love creating, and I love people to get the concept and to get the message out of it. Sometimes I just go dumb in the studio. But I be having a lot on my mind, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it still got to make sense. And what one thing that you get out of it, somebody can probably get something different out of it, and that's just make it even sweeter.
Absolutely, and like you said, I believe it too. The ones that are pushing for you, that let you know. But then, like you said, there's a lot of people out there that know you that you didn't even realize, you know, that are pushing for you on a different, you know, and that's what happened after, you know, my mentor was like, you're crazy, dive deeper. And then my son had called me on break, and he was like, hey, Ma, you know this guy? I said, well, what does he look like? What is, you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? He's like, the new job I started, like, this guy knows you. I was like, I don't know him. He goes, well, he knows Kelly Kell. You know, I was just like, okay, that's cool. You know what I mean? So That made me think, like, you're right. Now, it shows that you come from a long line of musical talent. Like, your aunts, your godmother, your mother, your brothers. Like, what's up with all that entertainment?
Yeah, like, being from Memphis in the South, especially in Memphis, you don't, it's like an automatic, what I mean? We, home of the blues, and, we got our own style of rap. We we dived in and created our own. It's always been like that. My mom used to be a singer. She grew up singing with a blues singer, pretty popular blues singer now named Tony Green. And when they were kids, but she left that to raise a family. And but she still was singing every day, had us on stage. My godmom and her used to throw community talent shows like every year or so. We pretty much was into anything entertainment. We was into it, you know what I mean? So it was just like really natural to just, keep it moving.
Now, your mom, like the blues, see, I love blues, so you shouldn't even have brought that up. Like, I love blues. So did she ever record any of it?
I mean, she wrote some of her own songs and music and stuff like that, but she never got into that, you know what I'm saying? She was really into God and being religious and everything, but she still would do music, but she wasn't out there trying to be, out in the limelight like that. But she would throw those community talent shows and do her thing, and she loved to cover a lot of songs like Lulu and To Serve with Love and Natalie Cole and all those type of people. And she was Jennifer Holiday, and she just loved all that. And I'm just passing the torch, but I'm just out in the public eye.
Right. You're taking it one step further.
Right.
Right. All right. So now it says you mentors Ice Cube, Snoop, which didn't surprise me. Tupac. You're a man of many talents. So you got into DJing, then the rapping, and then actor and a writer, and those were your influences. So let me see. Trying to think. When you first came out, okay, like when you first started doing music, how old were you? Well, not how old, but how many years?
Just like really taking it serious, music-wise, rapping-wise. It's been a minute. It had to be like at least I would say about 15 years. Been taking it serious, but when I was 12, it really started. Me and my brother, we started kind of getting a little group together. Then we started seeing people into it. Like Ice Cube and NWA. Little beef and stuff. So we started doing little beefs and everything too. We was mimicking everything, but it was all in good fun. So I've been in it for a minute.
Wow, I could tell because you got like a lot of history there. Now, as far as that's what you knew you wanted to do, like that was something that you wanted to chase was music. Over the years. Yeah, over the years, I always wanted to be in music and really any type of entertainment. Like I said, acting, I want to do it all, but and I'm still shooting to do everything, and I've been doing a lot of stuff and everything. But it's just like once you start recognizing what you got, and people start like, yo, that's dope, and it just make you go harder. And what made me go even harder is the people that do doubt me, you know what I mean? But that's just like on the back end. But like I said, I really do it for the people who like what I do, and I do it for myself first and foremost. Right, and I believe that that's what everybody should do, and people don't think of that. You know what I mean? They're just like, oh, well, I just want to. I think a lot of people that I work with, it's like I have to sit there the first couple of weeks, and I'm like, okay, well, we got this, and we're doing that, and I'm trying to get it out there, but then I want to see how serious they are. Because I feel like a lot of artists, it's like, they think they want to be a rapper, but then when they realize the work and the consistency and you can't give up. You just can't say one day, I don't want to do this no more, unless it's something you're totally going to give up. but you can't take a break. You got to keep going. And I will say this, looking over a lot of the artists and a lot of the interviews. Now, how did you meet your manager?
I met James, man. James, J. Chris Dow, we've been knowing each other for a minute, but really on the fly because, I was DJing. I was a strip club DJ for a long time. And, I saw him there one time. We chopped it up a little bit, but not on no music or nothing like that. And then I just kept running to my guy everywhere I go. I'll go to the store or something. I see him there. He was like, oh, what's up, Stephanie? I always been a humble cat and I always been just kind of, just cool. Not, I was a really popular DJ here, and most of the people that come up to you, if they recognize you, is always want something from you and this and that and the other. But we just hold normal conversations. Then he saw what I was doing rap wise, and he's like, man, I just want to promote. I want to promote you. I want to, this and that and the other. I said, okay. And then I just saw his work ethic, and I said, man, you need to be more than the promoter. You know what I mean? So I said, why don't you be my manager, and we'll just work out the kinks along the way. You know what I'm saying? But my first thing I look at in anybody is the work ethic, because you can learn anything, even if you don't know the shit. As long as you got a good work ethic and you out there grinding, you can learn the other shit. You know what I'm saying? You can learn it on the way. So that's what I was missing at that time in my career, because I done went through like 5 managers and nobody wants to fucking work. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants to do that. They want to show up for the shows. They want to show up for, when I'm doing something big and this and then the other. But the grunt work and the shit behind the scenes to make shit happen, they weren't doing it. I was making it happen. And I got tired of making it happen by my damn self. You understand? So I said, yeah. So he got on board and last year. And ever since then, my guy just been, incredible with his work ethic and learning and putting shit together and helping my career move forward.
And I can see that. As far as like promotions and visuals, and he does that for you. He really got that down pat, and that's a good thing. That's one of my things that I excel in, and I do a lot of promotions. And I've had people come at me to be management. I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? There's a lot of responsibility there. It's not that I don't believe in the person, and that's what I try to tell them. I said, it's not that I don't want to do it. It's because you as an artist, it's just I know me. You know what I mean? I do a lot with social media. I run a lot of accounts. I said I run a lot of websites. You know what I mean? I said to take the time. Yeah, I said to take the time, and it's just I used to help promote. I used to be a promotions manager for another artist, and I used to get him shows and stuff, and it was a lot of work. Like, so I know the footage he puts behind it. It is a lot of work, and
it's
you're right.
It's a lot of work, and when people like you said, when people think they want to rap, I think they want to sing, I think they want to get into this business, they when they get into it, they see all the shit, and that determines how much you really wanted it, if it's in you or if it's on you. But in this business, it's got to be in you. It can't just be on you or it's going to show up every time. So, when James got into that grind mode and started doing it and just consistent, then I said, he liked me because I'm a consistent dude. You know what I'm saying? It's not really hard to manage me. I let a manager do what they do, but I've been in the business for a long time, so I'm going to give you my ideas and this and that and the other.
Right.
But it's just like, I was a promoter, an intern promoter and marketer with MCA Records. I don't know if you remember that record company back in the day. They had like Mary J. Blige, New Edition, and stuff like that.
It was older.
And I was showing up to these when they send groups down here to do clubs. I would show up just so I could try to meet that promoter who was in this region to get on. And I kept bugging the fuck out of Catrice. I kept bugging her at this one gig. No, I was bugging the artist, and they said, well, look, here go the promoter or whatever, the handler or whatever now, and she put me on, so I started doing that too and learning the business through that method too. So it's just about what are you willing to do, you know what I'm saying, how much you love this, is this what you really want to do, then show me.
Right, and like you said, I think the biggest things, and I tell everybody, is consistency on promotion. I feel a lot of artists miss it there, and it's not because I want their money, because my prices are very under budgeted, but it's because I have the passion for it too. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I want to eat. Yes, I definitely want to eat. I don't want to do it for nothing anymore. I did years for nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I also want them to succeed. You know, and I feel that, you know, if I'm working with an artist, it's like I'm gonna tell you, I'm blunt like that, and I'm gonna tell you every little thing that I think. You know, well, hey, what do you think about this? You know, and I hit up an artist tonight that I'm working with, and I said, hey, you know, I love the single. I think it's awesome. People are liking it in groups. But you know what? I think we need to spring some more visuals. I'm a big visual person. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
People are going to get tired of looking at the same picture. So I don't care if you got a single, you know, you want to keep pushing it. You know, throw that album cover out there. Throw the single cover out there. Throw a visual out there. Because that's when they're going to be pressing it, because they're not going to see the same picture all the time. You know, they're gonna
that's true.
be like, oh,
you're right.
You know, you want visuals are so important, and I hate when an artist gives me a graphic that I'm looking at them like, are you serious? Who did this? You know what I mean? Like, be picky on your graphics. You know, and I noticed that was another thing. You had very sharp graphics. You also had graphics that had all, you know, your Twitter, your Facebook, your links on it. You know, and a lot of artists don't realize this. You know, you come at me and you want to build. You know, you want. I refuse to buy bots, okay? If I do buy bots, it's once in a while when somebody had lost their page and, you know what I mean, they got to rebuild it all over again, you know? But I'm very, you know, people don't realize that people that are in the industry are going to look at your stuff and say, oh, they got like 9,000 views on that video, but yet they only got 5 likes. Come on now.
Right, that's crazy to me. That's so fucking crazy to me. Like, yo, you know, and as an artist, you know, I know it's different marketing schemes out there that you can do, but you know, I prefer to be authentic. I want to know as an artist who really fucking with me. You know what I mean? How would you know who really fucking with you? You know what I mean? Like, I want everything to be 100. You know what I'm saying? And I told Jay that, and Jay rolled with me on everything that because I'm not gonna fuck myself. You know what I'm saying? But you know, a lot of people come with bright ideas about this, but if it's not authentic, I don't want to fool with it, because that's just doing yourself a disservice.
It is, and it absolutely, and they don't realize it. Like, I have a DJ friend, and he works a lot. Last year he had one of the things, I can't remember the guy's name, but anyways, it had to do with Sony and Universal, and he was at one of the meetings, and he called Miss Kells. He said, you know how you always talk about the bots and stuff? He said, you know, the labels, they take off 15% of a fan base of every artist when they're looking at someone. And I said, for real? He said, yeah, because they know there's all those schemes out there. You know what I mean? And they want a legit fan base. They want to see. Well, then he said, you're going to laugh. He said, there was an artist that just got signed to a small label, but he only has 666 followers. I said, that's kind of a scary number. And he said, but you know what? He said, that wasn't what I was trying to get across to you, Kels. Not the 666. I was trying to get across to you that these people worry about having 5,000 followers, but then maybe only out of those 5,000 followers, they only have 30 real fans.
Right, absolutely.
And out of that 666 followers, pretty much all of them were fans. You know what I mean? Right. That was the label's point. Like, it doesn't matter what you have. But then when they went to all his videos or whatever, he did extremely well with that. So that's why they signed him, because he has so many plays, and they realized they weren't fake. You know what I'm saying? These people were actually playing his stuff. So I'm just like, wow, I never looked at it like that. You know, because sometimes I'll get upset with some of my posts if nobody likes them. You know what I mean? I'll be like, damn. You know, and then it hit me like, you know what? Nah. I'd rather, you're not going to tell me some of these people that have like 200 and something likes on a post. Like, come on now.
But it's not, you know, it's like, you know, like I said, man, you know, in the industry eyes, of course, they want to see numbers. They want to see authentic numbers. But besides that, you have a lot of people that's on social media, but they're not on social media that's digging you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, they might not push it like you. They might view some stuff sometimes. But it's a lot of people that keep up with you that you'll never know about, really. But it'll trickle down when you start really, you know what I'm saying, like selling records or trying to sell shows out or this and that and the other. You know what I mean? So, because I know a lot of people, you know, I've been a DJ for years, and so I get it on see how it move, and it's like it look corny and make you look so fucking corny when you got 50,000, followers and six likes I love or something. It just make it look so corny.
Yeah.
And I never want to look corny like that.
That's what I'm saying, and it's like when I see it, I'm just sitting there like, nah, something's not right here. You got all these views, and I totally see it. I think people get lazy sometimes when they view your stuff. They just don't want to hit the like, because I'll do just something on my wall if it's a little snippet of a view or something, and I'll have like 15 views but like 1 like. And I'm like, dang, okay, you ain't gonna tell me y'all hated it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something right when you're too lazy to push like, like, that's crazy.
I mean, people watch though, like, I don't get a lot of likes and like thousands of clicks and shit like that, but if I go live and I'm going to do a show or something like that, I have like the biggest turnout on my live ever when I'm doing something. You know what I mean? And it's like, so people definitely watching you. They might not click likes and shit like that, but they want to see something from you, or they want to tune in at the time that they want to tune in. You just gotta let people be them, and you be you, and you just keep pushing.
Right, exactly. So tell me, when was your first break that you all right, so you started doing DJing before rapping, right?
No, I was rapping before I was DJing.
Oh, so how did that happen? How did you go from rapper to DJ?
Well, I mean, I was rapping as far as like, around the hood and everything like that. And I've been in the studio a couple of times and put out a little maxi single or something like that. So I wasn't just like super popping.
Did you just say maxi single?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I haven't heard that in so long. That was crazy.
Yeah. So
they need to come back.
They need to come back, right? I'm telling you. So I have a list. I don't know if I call it a bucket list, but I've always had lists. Some are written down, some just in my head, and it's like shit that I just want to do, shit that I just want to try, and that's how I always been. And I always pass by this club when I'm just riding or whatever, and I'm like, yo, I want to try to DJ in a strip club, So I just went up there and said, hey, can I DJ? And I didn't think they were going to put me on, but it was like, well, I'm going to hook you up with DJ Magic Marv and DJ Scott, and they're going to show you the ropes.
Oh, wow.
And that's how I got in it. I said I was going to do it for like 6 months until it ended up turning to be like 16, 17 years.
Oh, my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Made a real career out of it. I'm talking about no other square job, nothing. I did my little hustle here and there or whatever, but I literally made that my career, and that's really hard to do in the strip club business to go that long. But I was popping, so hey, it what it is.
That's what's up, though. That's kind of exciting when you think about it, though, because all the music that you came in contact with, and all the people you must have met. I'm sure.
Yeah, man. That's why I don't get starstruck either. At first I was starstruck a little bit here and there, but then after a while it'd be like, hey, put me on. If you ain't put me on, then what the fuck? I still shit, but
right.
It ain't get me nothing. But I remember breaking a lot of people's music. Yo Gotti, when he first came out and started in the hood, and I was breaking his music. Don Trip, breaking his music, playing a lot of Skinny Pimp, playing a lot of Lil Chad, just like my play sister now, Ned and Nardo, Gangsta Black, all the greats, 3-6 Mafia, all them folks. You know what I'm saying? So, I had a ball in that business.
That's crazy. See, and it's true too, because that, like you said, that's how I was. At first, I was a little starstruck, but then after that, it was like, man, I want to elevate. I don't want to do these meet and greets anymore. And then corporate to it kind of sucked. They just kind of like started telling me what groups I could do and what places I could go to, and they were kind of like pulling me away from the urban side, and putting me all on this heavy metal and I didn't mind, but it was like, come on now, can I go back to my roots? Can I go back?
It's more to life. It's more to life. Yeah.
And especially where my customers and the area we were in, that was the primary area for that kind of music. So it was like, what are you doing? Like, it's like no, we want you to sell Taylor Swift, or we want you to go to her event and, do meet and greets there. And I'm like, are you serious? I don't want to do that. No, I gotta do what I have love for, like, come on now.
Yeah,
but that's crazy.
Multi-talented, you gotta do all your talents. My mama used to always say, because I love rap, but I write R&B, I do a lot of stuff. She said, why did you just sticking with rap right now? Well, you explore all your talents, you know what I'm saying? So I said, okay, Mom, I'm gonna start doing that, and so I did a little bit on the Lane Dodger mixtape, did something a little different on a couple of songs and stuff, and so, it's working out.
And it's hard though. I'm not trying to throw any cards here or anything, but like earlier this week, I had a meeting. Okay, now remind you, I told you I came from a corporate level. I used to work with like Disturbed, System of a Down, Lacuna Coil, Chevelle, Three Doors Down, like all these alternative groups that were just coming out, or they were already on tour, whatever. Okay, and then I did Ozfest tours, and what's crazy is, I was trying to bring, like you just said, open up to some more genres, not the station itself, but maybe have somebody do a show, you know what I mean, with that kind of music, because, the name of our station, it can be universal, you know what I'm saying, so I'm like, well, let's see, so I tried linking up with this person, and it really kind of bothered me, because I feel like, because I'm doing the urban music, and he must have looked at my page or whatever, like he kind of like shied away, you know what I mean? It was just like, well, I'm very picky on where my show goes. And I went and investigated, and I'm not knocking or anything, but like the dude really don't have a social following, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't have, so I was going to be helping him for nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like he was going to have his show, like, and it kind of bothered me, and I get that a lot. Whenever I try to turn to a different genre, I tried going to the country, get some country on the station. I ended up getting this new thing called hick hop. Have you ever heard of that?
Hick hop?
Yeah, hick hop.
Nah, I ain't never heard it.
Yeah, I had no idea. I had no idea. I had no idea. I was like, what? You know what I mean? Like, what? And then when I started looking at the artist and them kind of like pointing out to me what was hip hop, and I was just like, wow, like this is crazy. So what are y'all trying to do? Like I don't understand. And then it was like, I could see where they're gonna have problems, because a lot of labels won't sign them either, because they feel that it's I don't know what they feel, like kind of like a racial thing there, because it's true when you listen to it. It's not knocking anybody or anything, but I don't understand why they even call it hip hop. Like I don't understand it at all.
I don't know. You think they got it off of the only thing that I can think of is the Nelly, and I think it was Tim McGraw here came out with a song together.
Yeah, but that one was pretty. Like if you listen to this stuff, it's not bad.
That's why I might know you heard of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I never heard of it either. I thought it was just, like, white people trying to do hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? That's all I was thinking. Then I thought maybe it was white people with country, like it was a mix, But when you go, matter of fact, I'll have to send you the link one day. There's a couple of groups on Facebook that have all of this. That's how big it is, okay? But I guess they're having the same problem, because they're trying to jump into a genre, make their own genre. You know what I'm saying? And I pulled back quick, I ain't gonna lie, and I'm not racist whatsoever. But you know what? I don't want to be caught up in all that political. You know what I mean? Because I know if I started playing, because already I had put up a video just to see what people would think. And yeah, it was that flag came out, and I don't agree with the flag either. So I was just like, yeah, this will stop. I can't do this. I can't do it.
Everything is just really like so. I don't know. It's crazy these days and time. Me personally, I think that I don't think entertainment or nothing. I think everything should be separate. Politics to me is politics. Yep. You know what I'm saying? Music is music. Now, if you got a platform where you can speak out on some stuff that's really, really important, then that's fine, and that's you to do that. But, I don't get into all that. I have personal conversations with my homies and other people and stuff like that. But, look, when it comes to me doing my rap, doing my I don't think is right, and I put it in my shit, then that's just what the fuck I mean. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
and that I totally agree. That's the way it should be. Yeah, I totally agree. That's the way it should be. And I mean, we've known just from history itself, the music industry is always going to get picked on. You know, that's why, like, I hate when I try to get more spiritual. They're like, well, Kels, you know, you're going to follow God more. You're going to get out of the music industry. Like, what? Like, no. No. If I'm strong, you know, I don't need to be around all that negative, and I can push it. I'm not going to leave the music industry just because I'm getting closer to God. That's crazy. You know, I understand y'all want me to listen to that Christian music and that this music and that, but to me, they're just making money off of making that music because of it being a religious type thing. You know what I mean? So I can't do that, you know, like, I understand what you're saying, but, you know, ever since I was a kid, even rock and roll, they tried to get people not to listen to, because if you played it backwards, you would go to Satan's whatever, you know what I mean?
The devil messages.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So, I can't follow that. I really can't. And some of these greatest people, you know, I try to give everybody, you know, I'll listen to it. You know, like I said, with the hip hop, I support what they're doing as far as, you know, that's what they're doing as artists. But I feel also that I don't want to get involved in all that crap. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get involved in the arguing between, you know, the rappers and them. And I just, that's too much for me. So I'm like, y'all can do your thing. But I didn't really realize it was that serious until, you know, I did this business thing. And I mean, I was giving him an opening for a platform that was, you know, I'm not trying to be a little bit, but yeah, I'm going to shine right here. We shine more than his whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So I was giving you an opportunity, and I figured that way it would give listeners, if there was more, because I mean, we're everywhere. You know, like right now we've got people from Italy on, we got Germany, France, Canada. So, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's the business.
Yeah, like I was giving you an opportunity, and he kind of had like I don't want to say an attitude, but you could tell he was kind of, I said, well, he must have looked at my page. It was just like, oh, she does this, you know, because he just kind of like blew me off like real quick after that, before he didn't know my page. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, wow, I hate when people do that. It's like, don't close all your bridges.
Get ready for more of that. You know what I mean? Like, it happens. It's not going to be the first. It's not going to be the last. You know, it's just crazy. You know, but the only thing you can do, I realize, in this business in general, is that only thing you can do is give people the opportunity. If they don't take it, then that's on them. But, you know, ain't that going to stop what the fuck I got going on.
Right.
A lot of times you got to get on that selfish kick in a way, because, you know what I'm saying, some people can bring you down so low that you've been to forget your mission and what you here for, what you here to do. Absolutely,
and I realize that, and you know, I'm going powerful, and I've got a lot of things up on the table, but I don't want to bring them out till the beginning of the year. And I'm excited about that. So now this whole album, let's talk about the album, you know, because we got a little bit. I always get off track, but let's talk about the album. One to look for. So that dropped. Tell me when it dropped, and what was your whole purpose of this album, and where they can find it. You know, go into the whole stroll of the album of what we're at.
Okay, well, it dropped. I'm trying to get the date. I've been doing so much. It dropped, I think, in September. So it's out. But like it dropped this year. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure it was September. You're right.
And it's, you know, it's all streaming platforms, Spotify, all that type of deal right there. You know, just look up Seven the Great, SEVENDAGREAT. The name of the album is called On the Look For. I put that together, really like a collection of songs that I've been had, really. To be honest, I recorded so much music that honestly I don't really even have to record no more music for a minute if I don't want to. But I always have things in my head that I gotta get out. So I'm never short of music. So a lot of those songs like that Love You song, to be honest, that song is, let me see, I recorded that song like in 2015.
Oh, wow.
Most of all those songs, like Want to Look For, all those songs really is 2015 songs.
But see, that's good, because I tell artists that, you know, like, they always try to send me something new as a single, and I'm like, yo, if you've got a catalog of tons of music, you need to go back and get people around. You know, go to a family cookout. I don't give a shit. Go somewhere with a lot of people and get their opinions on which one you should push. Narrow it down to, like, you know, 10 songs, and then stop pushing one. Boom. You know what I mean? And
a lot of times, the artists, you listen to your song so many times that you'll be like, and a few people hear it, you'd be like, okay, well, it's over. No, it's new to people who ain't never heard it before.
Exactly. And that's
so
why I say promoting. Yep, promoting it. Because, you know, people, I can understand. I had, like I told you, I used to manage some artists, and I had one artist, I felt so bad because there was one song he pushed, and we performed that everywhere we could for like 7 months.
Yeah.
And he was just like, wow, it's really that same song? And I'm like, yeah. And even after that, and then I had another artist just a couple years ago, same thing. We pushed singles. We pushed, I think, 2 singles throughout almost a whole year. And then he released the album the next year. But you know what? On the streets, he made so much from that album just because of pushing those singles.
It's important. It's really important. And then doing the independent route, the way I see it, you know, I was telling Jay and I was telling my producer, Trackman, I was like, I want people to stream my stuff. I want people to go download, go buy it and stuff like that. But at this point, I'm not really looking to sell records. I want to sell records. That's cool. But the point I'm on, I'm looking to shore up my fan base and get paying gigs, go on a chilling circuit, you know what I mean?
Right.
Hit the road and do shows and do features to bring in revenue. Because you gotta realize, a lot of times artists gotta realize where they at. I don't give a fuck how bumping you are. You know how many bumping motherfuckers out here that ain't got a dollar?
Right.
That ain't made a move because they think they gonna just sit out that record on the internet and it's gonna blow up. Maybe, possibly can. But realistically, 9 out of 10, you have to work. You have to work that road. You have to work, try to get your name up, try to get your fan base up, try to get where people want to come and see you. And that'll end up eventually translating to record sales.
Yep, and return of investment is also, I tell artists, please, you know, like, I manage a bunch of pages, okay? But the thing is, even though I do a lot of their social media, it's not me that's saying, like, the personal stuff. You know what I mean? It's just the business stuff. So I still tell the artist, please, get on your page once a day. I don't care if it's 30 minutes. You know, those fans that do reach out to you that ain't your family, ain't your homies, you know what I'm saying? Those are fans, you want to be personal with them.
Right.
I don't care if it's just saying, hey, you know what I mean? I'm glad you like my song. Or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or what would you like to see?
There's nothing better than that. There's nothing better than that because, you know, as a fan of music or a fan of somebody, you know, you can imagine, like, I have hit up a couple of people that I was like, man, I dig this music, they pretty big artists or whatever, and they'll never respond. Now, after that, it'd be like, and I understand, like, when you get up to a certain level, it's impossible for you to respond to any and everybody.
Right.
But, you know, when you start out, it's important to build a rapport with people who dig your music. You want to be personable with them, not saying get all crazy off and be best friends or something, but if somebody responded to me when I say, yo, I like your shit, and they come back with, I appreciate it, that just make me even go harder for that artist or whatever and listen to what else, because I feel like, yo, you know, they ain't got their hands on their shoulder and they make some time out to say what's up to a nigga.
Absolutely, and that's the biggest part of it. I tell everybody. Now, 7, I want you to tell everybody where they can reach you to on your social media links.
Okay, my Instagram is the real 7 the Great, SEVENDAGREAT. You can hit me at on Facebook. It's 7 the Great Fan Club. Twitter DJ 7 the Great, SEVENDAGREAT. And you know, I'm everywhere. All you gotta do is look up my name and, you know, go to Spotify. I still got Lang Dodge and the mixtape out, just doing numbers, doing great. SoundCloud, man, Audio Mac, live mixtapes.
Yeah, he got that out there. Okay. I want you to also we're gonna play your other song before we leave the show. We got about 10 minutes, so it's called "One to Look For." Can you give everybody a breakdown of it and introduce it, and I'll play it.
Yeah, "One to Look For" was like I was deep in thought, and I was just going back about, I'm still here, and while everybody was, in this business is real cutthroat, and the more it seems like the more talented you are, nobody want to put you on because you're gonna overshine them, And why you on that nigga dick? You should be on mine. Talking about them other niggas. I'm the one to look for.
And I know what you motherfuckers should be looking for while these other niggas fighting. They ain't saying nothing. Nah, they ain't saying nothing. I'm the one to look for. I'm the one to look for. Yeah. Better pay attention now. A nigga been around, I was in the cloud. I was gon' shine, tried to count me out. Hated but the bitches couldn't keep me down. I'm the real boss, made a lot of rappers get found. Vouched for them suckers, made it big and they skipped town. Left me for dead, but I rose from the fucking ground. I got something to say, pussy niggas, clowns. My mama died and I'm feeling half empty. Got no love for my home, but I'm feeling envy. Jealous niggas very plenty, I feel offended. I'm tremendous, could've finished, get them haters winded. Back to the beginning, I'm ended. All the background grinning, violated, disrespected. If pride's all I got left, then I gotta protect it. And I know what you motherfuckers should be looking for while these other niggas fighting. They ain't saying nothing. Nah, they ain't saying nothing. I'm the one to look for. I'm the one to look for. Yeah.
I was standing on the corner getting money, talking about them 5, 10s, 20, 50s, and them hundreds. If you think I gotta work hard for it, no pro bonos, no free promo. See one, love one, I'm so low. And I'm always turning up, I'm on go mode. And I keep the crowd bouncing like 6 foes. Cause a nigga finna blow like C4. As a young nigga started from zero. Rest in peace to my pops, my hero. Made a $250,000 up, that beat low. And I'm standing on top, not beat low. Got nothing but hundreds in my bankroll. Grind king, I'm the one that they look for. I'm a star bitch, nigga fucking kill me, yo. So many hoes, any minute, money more. No money, then bitches, adios.
And I know what you motherfuckers should be looking for while these other niggas fighting. They ain't saying nothing. Nah, they ain't saying nothing. I'm the one to look for. 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 Yeah. And I know what you motherfuckers should be looking for while these other niggas fighting. They ain't saying nothing. Nah, they ain't saying nothing. I'm the one to look for. 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 Yeah. Real G nigga, I'm a man first, bitch. Big wall with your head to my hands hurt, bitch. Monster entrepreneur, like LaSure. Track man, no games, we the shit up out the sewer. The bitch that aborted my kid, I want a sword, but instead I get bread, money connoisseur. Riding around with SKs all day, swear these motherfuckers don't really want a gunplay. Pow, pow, pow with a stendo. Going down to up like crescendos. Get it up out the mud with telescopes. Get buck, Memphis style, I'ma slap a hoe. Looking at them, you should be looking for me. My money stream in the streets, and they all say 7, you a beast. Now let it see. And I know what you motherfuckers should be looking for while these other niggas fighting. They ain't saying nothing. Nah, they ain't saying nothing. I'm the one to look for. 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 Yeah. And I know what you motherfuckers should be looking for. Should be looking for. And I know what you motherfuckers should be looking for.
Alright, y'all, that was One to Look For, and I hope y'all liked it. And we were just chopping it up while, the song was playing about how no matter how many people you know that are in the industry that could push you a little bit, they're not going to give you that push. The way I feel is because they don't want you to be better than them.
Absolutely. It's just the way it is. It's the nature of the beats. At first, the shit used to really piss me off and upset me. But after I started just learning, it's like, yo, I must really be on to something. So, it made me like, yeah, I'm finna put it in your face. I'm finna go so hard that, you're going to be one of them folks be like, oh, yeah, man, I used to know 7th grade. We had lunch together one day. But it's just, it's just the nature of the beast. In the industry is a real beast. And, I had a couple of labor deals on the table and everything like that. But you just can't you got to know the business. You can't just take whatever just because you can't be thirsty in this game. It's a process, and it's a waiting game. So you can't listen to people say, oh, you should have been on, Well, I appreciate you like my music that much that you think I should have been on. But, every deal ain't a good deal, and people ain't gonna fuck with you like you think they would. So you just have to find your own method, and like I said, you gotta keep being consistent and do you regardless.
Right. Now, I want you to give shout-outs if you got any shout-outs to anybody.
Yeah, first foremost, my homeboy, my ace, my manager, Jay Cristal, my best friend, producer, track man, Grind King, the whole machine, City of Memphis, man, Kelly Kell, everybody that's bagging me, everybody that's not biased toward my music and trying to make me help me make this a success.
That's what's up. And then one last question before we cut it off. What is one thing that you would have to say to someone that is doing indie music, or any of the indie artists that may have just been doing it for like a couple years now, and they're saying, screw this, I don't want to do it no more, it's not going to get me anywhere, but yet they're really, they're really talented. So what would be something you would tell them to do?
Well, sometimes you have to give yourself a breather to get back on track. But you got to keep putting gas in the car. You got to keep being consistent regardless. The car ain't going to move without the gas. So you got to supply the gas. Keep putting the gas in the car. Keep being consistent. It's going to work out for you when you least expect it.
Yeah, and like he was saying too, it's when God wants it to happen.
Yeah. You got that passion. Like, you got to have that passion. So you got to, get your money how you get your money. If you get a square job, doing whatever you got to do. But if you got the passion, you're just not going to give up. You know what I mean? You're not going to give up. And let the passion drive you to where you need to be.
Absolutely. Well, I thank you for doing this interview. And anybody that joined us late, don't worry, you'll be seeing flyers. It's not only going to be tonight. I will be airing it out of Stop Beefing Radio in Indiana. I'll be airing it out of Atlanta, Miami, and then it'll eventually be on Spotify. You can look up iHeartRadio, LipglossNMics, and all the shows at the end of their little mini tours. They go on there forever.
Yeah.
So if you missed a little bit of the interview, you can catch it up. You'll see the flyers when I put it on each of the different stations. It takes a couple weeks for it to all get through, and then it ends up in Apple and Spotify, so you'll be there for eternity.
It's a business, y'all. Cop that. Y'all ain't gonna miss nothing because it's gonna be there.
Right. But I do thank you, and you have a great weekend.
I appreciate you, Kelly Kell. We're gonna do it again soon.
Absolutely. Peace out. Have a great weekend.
Peace.
Later.
You too. Later.
Alright, y'all, so that was 7 the Great, and I love it how humble he is. It's like he knows where his work stands, and he knows that he's got this, so I really see a big elevation there. He's not going to give up anyway, so I love the humble artists, I ain't going to lie. They teach you so much if you listen. So we're out of here, and y'all have a great week, and don't forget, catch up all the interviews. I'll be tomorrow night out of Atlanta, Monday night out of Indiana, Tuesday night out of New York. And then we hit the weekend, and we hit Miami, and we hit Atlanta again, and we hit everywhere. So I want to shout out to everybody that's listening in from overseas. I see we still got Germany there. We got Italy, France, Canada. So I love how y'all stay up with us, because no matter when I turn on, Germany and Canada is always with us, so they must love our station. All right, then. Peace out, everybody.